Hello there everybody, my name is Toby from the Artorvian channel, and I recently set myself a challenge, and that challenge was to build a house for every single biome in Minecraft. And with this challenge I'm going to be following 3 criteria. The first one is that I have to use blocks that can only appear in that biome. For example, I can't use endstone in the Savanna biome because endstone doesn't spawn in the Savanna. Secondly, it has to be something that fits into a biome. I can't just build any old house, it has to look good in that biome. It has to realistically blend into the surroundings. And finally, I have to make it survival friendly. Now, it doesn't mean too much, it basically just means a furnace, a crafting table and a bed, maybe some other things, but mostly survival friendly. And the first biome I'm already in right now, it is the plains biome, and already you can see the house all the way over here. Now it's a very simple house. It follows a simple structure. It has andesite walls with stone and cobblestone mixed in. All of this is easily obtainable in the plains biome. As well as this, there are oak leaves, grass, ferns and all sorts surrounding the outside. All of these I checked are fully obtainable in plains and forest biomes, both of which border each other and very simple to get. Now the roof is a bit different. It uses a simple oak A-frame. However, instead of using typical roof blocks, it actually uses grass. It uses the cornflowers and leaves and grass to make it feel more natural and add some colour into the world. On the side there's a simple chimney and also a pumpkin patch on the side. And on the inside I have added a very simple interior. As soon as you enter, there's a little armour stand with whatever armour you like on it, an anvil and a sword, just a little simple crafting station. There's a plant pot which can also be used as a bone meal farm, as there's a composter here. As well as this, there's a smoker if you want to cook food, and there are some chests and barrels for storage. Over here there's a bed and a crafting table, and some campfires for cooking food, as well as a blast furnace if you'd like to cook any ores. Finally, there's some shelves with the grindstone, flower pots and paintings for decoration. And in the roof there are actually stalagmites and in places stalactites, which create a nice atmosphere and also show that it's blended well into the surrounding cliff face. Our second biome is the desert. Anyway, the desert building is fairly simple as well. It uses simple box shapes, and along the outside there's some coarse dirt and terracotta, which can be obtained in lakes here and there around the desert. As well as this, there are cacti, dead bushes and jungle leaves. Now, I understand no trees actually spawn in the desert. I had to use one type of wood, and jungle kind of works best. Now, in the future update there will be palm trees, so let's just say this is palm wood, eh? I mean, I'm sure it'll look similar, so please don't penalise me for this. Anyway, the interior again is very simple. There are some shelves with cacti and jungle saplings on, a little dead bush here, and some storage over here. Then up the stairs there is a crafting table, a bed, a lantern for some light, and there's also an area for cooking with smokers. You can also cook other things in there if you put furnaces and blast furnaces, but I'm using the smoker because it looks best. There are also campfires hidden under this to create a smoky feel, and this could be used as a kiln or some sort of smoking chamber. Then around the side there are some balconies. There's a little pergola here and some stairs up to each individual floor. Finally, over here there's a little balcony area with another pergola using campfire blocks and jungle leaves. And over here there are even more yes, I like pergolas, okay? There are more pergolas, adding some shade and also some depth to the windows. Moving on, our third biome is the Savanna, and this is our house here. And once again it uses acacia logs and planks. Now, the outside is very simple, coarse dirt, poppies which do spawn fairly frequently in the Savanna biome. As you can see, there's a small patch here. There are some acacia leaves, and there's also some stables here using hay bales, which you would be able to get from the grass if you got seeds and farmland. Now on the inside there is an acacia wood floor. There's a blast furnace where on the other side you can find the chimney popping out of the roof. And over here there's a shelf with an armour stand, a bed and a crafting table. And right at the top there's just a little bit of storage for hay bales and chests and things like that. But overall this is a very simple build. The roof is a very simple diagonal style, using sandstone to fill the edge and andesite stone and cobblestone as the trim. And the next biome is the jungle biome, and over here we have a very nice looking jungle tent. Now this uses a simple A-frame on both ends, and it's filled in with oak and jungle, because oak trees and jungle trees spawn in the jungle biome. On the inside there's a smoker with a hole in the roof to let the smoke out, and a bed with a lantern and some leaves to block out any mobs. The floor is made of coarse dirt, hay and granite, which is fully obtainable in the jungle biome, and the side uses mossy cobblestone, stone and andesite around the edges. There's a little chimney in the side, imitating a chimney from the blast furnace, and dense leaves cover the tent itself. As well as this, on the side there's some wheat and melons just growing, and overall it's a very fun little design. I quite like it. There's also a tiny bit of storage with the barrels here if you really want it, but overall this is a completely survival friendly and a really fun little design. The fourth biome is an ice plains biome, and we have a very nice looking Nordic house here. Now the roof style is a similar A-frame style, however the gradient is slightly steeper and it has little notches sticking out of the side. There's a nice looking window here with poppies which do spawn in the ice plains biome, and a little balcony here. The roof is nice and snowy, giving off a snowed over effect, and there's a little chimney on the side. The walls are textured with barrels, stripped spruce and spruce planks, and the roof is trimmed with cobblestone stairs and full block. The interior uses a lectern as a sort of desk with a nice little carpet, the 3 furnaces and a nice big lovely fireplace which you can use for cooking by putting food on the campfires. There's also some timber ready to be put in here if you really want that extra detail. Then up the stairs there's a bed and a crafting table, and also some storage with barrels and cobwebs just to add a little bit of atmosphere. And for decoration I've just got snow piled up against it, leaves, a nice little frozen over pond, and coarse dirt and podzol which could be obtained by growing giant spruce trees. For our 6th biome we have the swamp biome. This is a very nicely situated, very atmospheric little biome, and before you say, "Hey Toby, you can't get spruce in a swamp biome," well actually you can. Just over here there is a witch hut, and that is actually made out of spruce. So yes, I'm using spruce planks and stairs. Of course you cannot get spruce logs in the Savanna biome without travelling to other biomes, but it is possible to get a plank variant. Now we start off here with a little dock section where you can park your boat, and we can already see there's lots of andesite walls. The interior has a brewing stand, a little cupboard with a turtle helmet, some armor stands, some potions, and this is basically like a revamped witch hut. On the outside there are more little balconies and patios, and down here there is a very nicely decorated potion brewing section with blast furnaces, smokers, furnaces, grindstones and cauldrons, as well as paintings, potions and flower pots. Up the stairs there is a little system where the smoke from the campfire beneath the cauldron can escape through the roof, and there are some barrels full of odd little ingredients which can be used for storage. And finally, all the way up at the top there's some bookshelves, a lectern and a bed for reading and enchanting if you really want to. There's also some blast furnaces here with campfires beneath just to add some smoke. and another balcony on the outside. Now the style for this is quite simple. There's loads of different boxes with steep A-framed roofs. There are some oak leaves coming out from those roofs and spruce fences for the windows. There's also a nice little attic area which has loads of cobwebs and overgrown leaves, just to add a little more atmosphere and lore into this build. For the 7th biome we have a dark oak forest, and this actually uses the mushroom blocks because giant mushrooms do spawn in here. Now this is like a fantasy house using an andesite foundation with the mushroom stem block as the main colour for the house. We've stripped dark oak for the beams and dark oak planks for the roof, and I love this style of roof so much. It's a very interesting, really weird shape, but it really does come together very nicely. Now oak trees can on occasion spawn in dark oak forests, so I've gone with a nice light oak plank roof. Now the inside is very simple. We have a nice dark oak doorway, and we are met with a fantasy purple carpet. There's a blast furnace for cooking, and an enchantment table with a lectern here as well, and some bookshelves with lanterns dangling from the roof. On the 2nd floor we have just a bed and a lantern just to light it up a bit. But yeah, it's a very simple dark oak design. Next up we have the Extreme Hills biome, and for this we're doing a nice Asian style. Now I did find this a bit difficult because, let's be honest, this place isn't very full with different resources. I managed to use spruce because there are loads of spruce trees. There are a few oak trees here and there, such as this one and this one here, but for the most part there weren't too many oak trees. So I made the roof out of oak planks and then I bordered it with spruce. Now there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of gravel, and there are also water features down here where there is sand, so I decided I could make red concrete powder, especially because there are poppies, which means I can make red dye. Now on the inside, the interior is, once again, there isn't too much going on. Now there are piles of wool here and there, and there's cauldrons with campfires underneath, almost act as if they're drying these banners and sheets. Now this I decided to make into a sort of cloth making factory of some sorts. So you can see there's bits of wool rolled out with carpets, and it just creates a nice atmosphere. There's a crafting table and furnace here and there, and 2 beds, and you're just about able to live in this as a survival world. But yeah, this is the Japanese house design. I didn't want too many windows because I felt like they wouldn't be too useful in a factory scenario, but I did have some here and there, and also right at the top there's a hole to allow the smoke to leave. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed that design. And for the 9th penultimate design we have the Badlands or Mesa biome. I've gone for a sort of cowboy style western theme. Now, to begin with, there's a nice raised oak platform because there are oak trees here and there in some versions of the Badlands biome, and you can also get sticks from the dead bushes. But apart from that, it's just a very simple balcony. Now, most of the build is made out of dark oak because you may not see any dark oak trees, but in actuality, there is a good source of dark oak in the mine shafts. Now, if you didn't know, mesa biomes have a very high chance of having a mine shaft in them, because mine shafts are much more common in mesa biomes. They're a bit different. Instead of being made out of oak planks, they're made out of dark oak. So I've used dark oak for this design for the most part. And as you can see, it's a western bar, hence the writing. And it's a nice rounded off bell-shaped roof with red colouring on the inside. You are able to get red terracotta right from the tops of these hills, so you're very easily capable of getting red dye. Now on the interior there is a small little bar. You can sit on the stools, on the trapdoors, and pretend to order a drink or something. And there are lanterns just to light the place up a bit. Now under these stairs there's actually a piano. It doesn't actually work, but you can pretend it does. And up the stairs there are some seats, and You can put crafting tables here and beds, but I preferred not to. I just preferred the look. So yes, it isn't able to be lived in for the survival mode, but you could easily make it. I'm gonna give it an allowance. But yeah, there's a nice balcony here with some seats, and it's basically like a bar, a Western style bar. I'm really happy with this design, and I really like the Western style, to be honest. And also, this biome actually spawns you in, this seed, it spawns you in with a Badlands biome right next to a mushroom biome. So the seed will also be in the description. But this is the last biome, the 10th biome, and it is a mushroom biome. And it looks really awesome. There's mushroom trees, mushrooms and mycelium all over the place. And we've gone for a similar design. Now we've got a nice organic looking mushroom with some step mushrooms using the brown mushroom blocks going up the side, and right at the top you can use these as stairs to get into the house, which basically uses a bed and a crafting table, and you can also put a furnace in here just to make it survival friendly. Now the house itself is very simple. It uses cobblestone, which can be obtained by mining the stone, and it uses a mushroom block roof with brown mushroom blocks for the walls. This is a very simple design, but I love the organic feel of the mushroom. The mushroom is a really nice thing to build. I really enjoy doing it, and I really like this design. But yes, thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please, as usual, leave a suggestion down below. But one more thing. Now, the challenge was to use items from the biomes, and I think I did it correctly, but if you find anything that you don't think should have been obtainable in that biome, please let me know down below. But anyway, yes, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'd love to see your suggestions down below, and maybe you could try this out yourself. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.